This thing? And now it works. Why did that now happen? Winner's being difficult. Everything else looks fine on my monitoring screen, so hopefully we don't have other issues. Okay, let's start. Yeah, this is a new chapter I've never played before that I want to play. Blackwood. I bought the DLC. When was this? Last year, and I never played it. Then I bought the High Elf DLC, which basically made it didn't need to buy this if I had the ESO Plus, which of course I don't have. I see my lips aren't moving. Hopefully now it works. Yeah. Issues on issues, as they say. Is it now moving? Seems like it. The fun of it all. Okay, so that's the daily props. Let's start this area.
You there! The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
Brigadier Tony.
You look like you've got your wits about you. Care to make a bit of extra gold working for Leowin's Ivory Brigade? I've been asked by my captain to find someone who can handle themselves. We need help with a delicate situation.
What is the situation?
Deadly secrets, assassins, murder. Now apparently a counselor has gone missing. Between the war, bandits, and cultists, the Ivory Brigade is like the Nord that tries to plug a leaking cask of mead, only to realize he doesn't have enough fingers.
What do you need me to do?
Talk to my commander, Captain Rian Lior. You can find him just outside the city gates, trying to appease some of the nobles. Tell him I sent you, and he'll put you right to work, I'm sure.
Okay, speak to Captain Rian Lior. Yeah, I've been in this area. Yet, of course, the companions, which was one of the main reasons to buy it. That and, of course, the mount I've been using. But yeah, like I said, I've never played the story. I've been putting it off.
My word.
So let's
If
do
the
it.
counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her.
Okay.
Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment? I'm sure a guard or one of my brigadines can assist you.
I heard you were looking for help. Brigadier Anthony sent me.
Why didn't you say so? Leowin's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jirik has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking.
Tell me more about Wood Elf Archer and the Imperial secrets.
The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council, all because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jirik refused Brigadine protection.
You think the Dark Brotherhood harmed Councillor Jirik?
With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough Brigadines at the ready to conduct the proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine the Counselor's fate?
I'll help find Councillor Jirik.
Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help.
Yes, I know Everly Sharparrow.
Interesting. She arrived a short time ago with a tale straight out of a mystery novel. She said that Emperor Leovic's former steward had been murdered by the Dark Brotherhood. killed over some secret pertaining to the Longhouse Emperors.
Was with Everly when we found the steward's body.
Ah, then you must be the associate she was waiting for. She'll be glad to hear that you've arrived. Everly presented her evidence to Councillor Leviticus, that the members of the Elder Council were in danger. He decided the threat was credible.
Where's Everly now?
Councillor Leviticus has kept her close, while the two of them try to make sense of this so-called secret. I have yet to be made privy to the details. With Jirik's disappearance, I'll send Everly to check places the Councillor frequents in the city.
What can you tell me about Councillor Jirik?
Councillor Jirik was a member of the Imperial Elder Council, back when we still had an empire. Now her title is mostly ceremonial, but she continues to assist the legates by serving as an intermediary with the local nobility.
The legates?
Since the collapse of the Empire and the dissolution of the Elder Council, Leowin has become an independent city-state. Countess Caro sits on the throne, but the Chamber of Legates governs the city.
You have a countess, but the legates are in charge.
I suppose the Countess is technically the highest authority in Leowin, but she leaves the administration of the city to the Chamber of Legates. Leviticus, another former council elder, leads this august body, along with Tebeziko and Amhalu.
Tell me about the locations you marked on my map.
Councillor Jirik is a creature of habit. Her daily routine is to stroll along the river and stop to read near a cave across the way. While Everly Sharparrow examines spots the Councillor frequents in the city, you should check these locations.
And we're not going around in circles now. So, I'm assuming we need to go in, not? But where do we need to go? Oh, they want us to go there. So, the city... Was that going to be the cave? Along the river? That would be the cave.
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Councillor Jirik to this outsider?
Well, why didn't Councillor Jirik heed your warnings?
If the
Let's go. So this is the amount you got with buying the DLC. So they want us to go there. I'll have to swim. I'm not going to go through those portals. I've gone through them enough. It's something, yeah. Letter from Coral Lupus. Dear Council, I hope you later find you in good health. First, my old friend, though many years have passed since I was Emperor Lovik's steward, and you were one of these elders. Fear that the secret of the Longhouse Empress continues to haunt us. I wish I could provide you with more information, but formal duties, unfortunately, because that hunters care little for reason. They only want to eliminate everybody who may know even the tiniest fraction of the Empress Lovik's final secret. Yeah, we ran across that in... I'm trying to remember which area it was. And basically they killed the one person. There was also a steward. So across the river we go to the cave. Question is, how did she get there? Probably by boat or something. And then we're off again. What's below us? Here's the cave. Another letter. And a backpack. And I had another blueprint in. Nice. Letter to Councillor Leviticus. Chief Councillor Leviticus. While our time serving together in Imperial... Yeah, it's basically the same letter. Later the project Emperor gave us 20 years back. He needs caretakers for some sort of storage vault. I'm not reading the whole thing because it's heavy in lore.
Counselor Jurek?
And I'm limited.
Pardon me. You're not the counselor.
And I'm limited in time. I've got 2 hours and I need to go again.
Apologies. I heard you stumbling about and thought it might be Counselor Jurek.
Who are you?
Oh, no one important, I assure you. I'm simply one of the counselor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing.
Just a sec. Just if that pops up. Captain Ryan sent me to find a counselor. He thinks she might be in danger.
She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her... uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please, find her.
Fine. That's exactly what we want to do. Yeah, unfortunately loadshedding is making it difficult for this stream. And yeah, I still have to do my normal work also. Oh, I'm gonna flag here.
Anyone, help me!
Councillor Jurek.
I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right.
What happened to you, Councillor?
I was attacked. An assassin. You must warn the others, the counselors. Leofic's secret, it will be the death of us all!
Councillor Jurek? Poison.
Counselor Jurek! Damn, we're too late!
Leave him.
Damn it. Looks like we were both too late. It's just like I expected when we found that list with all the counselors' names on it. I hate being right when somebody dies. Glad to see you made it here, by the way. Did you happen to see who killed her?
I didn't see who attacked her. There's a knight beside her body.
The mark of the Dark Brotherhood, just like Farrell Lupus. Remember I said I was going to find Leviticus? Well, I did. And turns out, he's the head of the city's Chamber of Legates. I just wish another person hadn't died because of this damn secret.
English. Remind me about secret.
The secret of the Longhouse Emperors. It has something to do with the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but that's all we know so far. Remember, I was working for Farrell Lupus. He sent me to find that strange tome.
I found a letter of Councillor Jurek from Forest Lupus. It warned her that she was in danger.
Right, and we found that list with all the counselors' names on it. Farrell's too. The one that suggested they all knew something about the ambitions. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right.
Do you know where the rest of the councillors are?
Let me have your map. This is where Councillors Valeria and Sophis were last time I checked. Go warn them. Convince them the threat is real. Then meet me at Councillor Jurek's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something more about this secret.
I'll go warn Councillor. We'll meet you at Jurek's manor.
I'll get the city guards to come and gather the Councillor's body. She shouldn't just be left out here. Then I'll head to Councillor Jurek's manor.
When you're done checking on Councillor Valeria and Councillor Sophis, meet me there.
The chat. What? Tell me about the strange book we found. I'll warn them. That's why about the strange
So
book.
Farrell Lupus hired me to retrieve a book from a retreat once used by the Longhouse Emperors. He never told me what it was, and he died before I could ask. The book is weird. It has weird pages and weird markings, and I can't read a word of it.
You never learned anything else about it?
Not much. Farrell's partner said he planned to use it to make things right, but she didn't know how. And it's Daedric, I think. I will say, carrying it, it's kind of a burden. And I've been having strange dreams. But I don't want to talk about that.
So we need to find the other councillors. Keep me away. Of course. One to the north and one to the south. Can't be all to one direction. So let's go to the one to the north. So if I go to deep water, I unmount automatically. That's partly why I was trying to jump as far as I can. This cottage.
We weren't expecting visitors. Are you here to see the counselor? Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk. Is there something I could help you with, perhaps?
I need to find a counselor. He may be in danger.
Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way?
Captain Rain sent me to check on Counselor.
Jay Rumberg is now following.
Hi, Jay Rumberg. Yeah, I've not ever done the storyline, so it's the first time I'm actually going through the storyline. In the Blackwood storyline. Captain Rain sent me to check on Councillor Sophis.
Captain Rianne? I see. Well, if the Ivory Brigade sent you, my husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns.
You mentioned a letter.
My husband, Valen, received a letter from an old friend this morning. Farrell Lupus, Emperor Leovic's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him.
Okay. That is concerning to say the least. Well, I'm not in the mood for that type of game. These are other players. The Black Ant.
What's taking you so long? They should...
Valen! No! Oh, Valen! Oh, my love! What happened? I thought Captain Rianne sent you to protect my husband!
I was too late. He was already dead when I found him.
You know, Valen acted strange after the letter from Farrell Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Counselor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him.
A scroll?
A scroll, sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Counselor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
Bye. Oh, she's keeping us a mind together. The other person is to the south of the city. Didn't time that jump right. Now it's south of the city, on the shore. So can I ride all the way to there? And I'm off the... Okay, south of the city. Fish, this is actually... Didn't realize there was a whole... what I call it, harbor here. Now we should be able to just cut across. Okay, that's our players. Okay, apparently I'm not in here. Okay. Bye.
Stay alert. I have it on good authority that I'm in danger.
Of course, Counselor.
One Brigadier Villas. One Council of Pharaohs. Brigadier Villas. Okay.
My orders are to protect the Counselor, and I take my orders very seriously. Bear that in mind and keep your hands away from your weapons. Do that, and we'll get along fine.
I'm showing it the Counselor and I get that guy's name. Let's try going around.
Step back and state your business. I have every reason to believe that my life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigandine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard.
As if he's got the power to do that, but that's besides the point. I'm working for Captain Rain Law. I was sent to tell you the threat is real.
I was beginning to suspect as much. Very well. Tell me everything that you have learned. Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all.
The Dark Brotherhood has already murdered Coral Lopez and Councillor Jurek.
Lupus? Emperor Leovik's old steward? And Jirik as well? Gods, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death.
We think it's something to do with Leovik's secret. Something called the Four Ambitions.
The ambitions? I heard that term once before. Years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jirik's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand.
The record includes information on Leovik's secret?
Possibly. I oversaw the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find.
How well did you know Councillor Jirik?
Extremely well. We were rivals as well as colleagues on the Elder Council. It was that way between all of the councillors, I suppose. Her death is a tragedy, however. I will miss her.
Fine. Okay, so now we must go to Jurik's manor, find the thing in the nightstand. Pirates of Truffle Bay. And that's just a lore book. And we don't need to have the hand up there all the time. Put that away. So we need to go into the city to Jurik's manor. I've got a place in the city so I can take a shortcut. And I need to take all the shortcuts with the limited time I've got. It was to the south, so across here, around here, and down here. Ah. This is Jurik's manor. Busy. And quite ransacked.
Oh, hey! Over here!
Heavily.
I'm glad you're here. I've been searching all over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the counselors like I asked?
Laura has protection and is going to search her records, but I was too late to save Sophus.
Sophus is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was! I've torn this place apart, but so far I haven't found anything related to Imperial secrets or the ambitions. Maybe you can spot something I missed.
Chancellor Farah told me Jurik kept records in a hidden compartment in a nightstand.
I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job! Councillor Jurik's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment.
Huh? That's got flour in. Why do you have flour upstairs? And there's roast pickles. What's that? Councillor Jurik, it's time to rally the caretakers. Move the ambition. The new vault location should ensure their safety and keep them hidden until I order High Priest call for them. Forces loyal to the traitor Varren draw ever closer, and we cannot allow the ambitions to fall into their hands. This is your official order. Act immediately. This line was written in a complex imperial code. Emperor Evic. The Emperor's gone. That was long ago.
A hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but... So, what did you find?
It's an order from Emperor Lovick. He told Jurik to move to ambitions, but the last line is code.
Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding the ambitions.
Your brother Baragon helped us before. Do you think he can decipher it?
I'm almost certain of it. And Councillor Leviticus knows my brother. We talked about him a bit when I arrived. If there isn't a qualified scribe nearby, I can send for my brother. Let's go to Leowyn Castle and talk to Leviticus.
I'll meet you at Leowyn Castle.
I can't help feeling that once we solve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors, we'll know how to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering any more of the counselors. I'll see you at the castle.
Fine. Let's see if there's anything else here. Shovels, the bookshelf. A trunk. Especially seeing that we can ransack this place. Let's see if there's anything of value. A law book. Bananas and seasoning. Next we'll start making a pie. Okay, now we need to go to the castle. Where's the castle? Oh, it's outside the city, not in the middle of the city. It's got its own moat and everything. Castle. Captain Raylaw.
I need your report, mercenary. Word reached me that Councillor Jirik was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria? And did you find definitive proof that the Dark Brotherhood is our culprit?
Councillor Sifler was murdered too, but Valeria is safe. These notes were by each of the bodies.
That's the Black Hand, symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jirik and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. Did you and Everly uncover any other information?
Gather a few documents. We think Councillor Leviticus should see.
It appears that Councillor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You and Everly can head in and talk to the Councillor.
Okay. To the Councillor we go.
Captain Rian and the Ivory Brigade will deal with the Dark Brotherhood. We are perfectly safe in here.
Your damn empire, Leviticus. It no longer exists, but it still causes us trouble.
Councillor Leviticus.
You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about. And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good. Good. I assume you have something to report. I'm listening.
Councillor Jirik and Sophus were murdered. These notes were left beside their bodies.
Damn it all to oblivion and back. I should have taken Pharaoh Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Anything else to add to this?
Jirik and Sophus left behind documents, but part of them are written in code.
Yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once. Meanwhile, we must warn the remaining counselors on the list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia.
Councillor Valeria is under guard and collected a record from Tidewater Cave.
Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Councillor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her here in Leowin.
I'll go to Fort Blueblood and talk to Councillor Abel.
Everything we do now must be swift if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Councillor Eivor to return to the city. She'll be safer here than at the fort.
Why is Chancellor Abbo at Fort Blueblood?
Eivor has always had an affinity for the Imperial military. When she received her letter of warning from Pharaoh Lupus, she sent word to me, told me she was going to the fort, that the soldiers would protect her. I fear she is badly mistaken.
You don't think the fort is safe?
Only a token force of Brigadines guards Fort Blueblood. If the Dark Brotherhood is truly our enemy, I fear a lone assassin can bypass the fort's defenses with relative ease. Eivor would be better off here in the castle. Go and bring her back at once.
You must know more about Levik's secret and ambitions.
Sadly, no. Whatever Leovic confided in Pharaoh Lupus and the others, whatever he ordered them to do, he kept it a complete secret from me. I suppose he assumed I wouldn't go along with anything illegal or Daedric, and he was right.
But weren't you the chief counselor in the Elder Council?
I was, but the Elder Council was made up of almost 24 counselors. According to the list Evely Sharparrow brought me, only 7 counselors were privy to this secret. Make that 6. I have no idea why Leovic listed me among that group.
There must have been some reason for your name being linked with the others.
Who knows what was going through Leovic's head when he wrote that entry in his journal? Varen and his rebels were literally pounding at the doors of the palace at the time. And Leovic wasn't totally in his right mind even before the rebellion.
Okay. First we can...
Fort Blueblood?
Yes.
That's to the east across the river. I'll meet you there.
Okay. That can get annoying. Loading screens all the time, but that wasn't too bad. So to the east, they say. Why must I go out there if I need to go to the east? Ian? Old Blueblood. Was me to go out there, but yeah, all the same. This is the closest path out. And right. I didn't get a look at way shrines. I've already discovered all the way shrines, so that should help with getting faster to places, but yeah, this is not too far away. And we're cutting across country.
Look, Councillor Leviticus and Captain Rianne sent me. I need to see Councillor Eivor now.
And what about my sister? She hasn't been seen since she took the Councillor her meal.
Councillor Eivor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rianne must resort to hiring sellswords? Look, as I told the Wood Elf, Councillor Eivor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
Captain Ryan and Councillor Leviticus sent us. Do you really want to get in the way of our mission?
All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled. Very well. I give you permission to enter the watchtower. Councillor Eivor's safety is now in your hands.
Why is that servant in an uproar?
Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the Councillor her meal. He says she never returned, but the servants look for any opportunity to sneak off.
Why did Councillor Abbo come to the Fort Blue?
The Councillor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details. Imperial confidentiality, she insisted, above my station. I put her up in the watchtower, and assigned a couple of Brigadines to guard her.
Goodbye. Problem is... can sneak right past
Oh
him.
no! Counselor Abor's been murdered! But where's the servant?
Servant was probably the murderer. Uneaten meal, probably poisoned.
Abor's meal is still warm. So what happened to the servant that delivered it?
Okay, Council's Journal. Like most of the other councils, I was in Empress Ludwig's council. I knew the truth about the long Emperor's secret, most of it anyway. Me and the High Priest. At the time, it felt like an honor to be included. Now I'm in fear of my life and hiding in a damn watchtower. I decided it would be best to write down everything I know about the four ambitions and how they were created, about the deals with murderous Dagon. Everything. I may be the only one who knows the location of the new vault, where Emperor Ludwig had the ambitions move to as foreign forces drew closer. I suspect that all of this was over, that it ended with the death of Ludwig and fall of the Longhouse Emperors. According to the letter I received from Feral Lupus, I was wrong. Next few pages was torn out and removed.
Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions.
And another
The
black
Dark
hat.
Brotherhood's calling card.
Roll back, okay. That's stealing.
We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn-out journal pages and the servant? Anyway, they not only murdered Abor, they probably know how to find the ambitions now.
How did Amara get in and out of the watchtower without the brigadiers noticing?
See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant... something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages?
Maybe the Dark Brother wants the direct weapon for themselves.
Maybe. But everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war, if that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it, we're loosing arrows in the dark here. Let's tell Commander Orton about Abor.
Right. Yeah, the Dark Brother is the murderers and not the warriors. Interesting, it leads up there and we can't go higher. Okay, let's go out.
So, will Counselor Abor be returning with you to Leowin? Am I finally going to be able to get my fort back in order?
Councillor Abel has been murdered.
Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic? Tell me what you found in the watchtower.
Abel's meal was still warm but untouched, and the assassin left a calling card.
Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the servant, Talais? Is she involved in this fiasco? And how did she and the assassin get out of the watchtower? My brigadiers never left their post.
There was a rope hanging from the ceiling of the watchtower.
Well, that explains some of it, but not all. We need to locate Talais. Since you're already involved and working for Captain Rian, I want you to quietly try to find Talais. Start by talking to the other servants in the kitchen and dining hall.
Goodbye. Like any Dark Brotherhood, probably somewhere in a closet or something. And I assumed
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark corner and someone to snuggle with. This one does that all the time.
yeah, cat.
Pleasant days, visitors. How can this one assist you?
Commander Orton asked me to find Telesia. Any idea where I should look?
Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Counselor Eibor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you need the key from the kitchen to unlock the door.
The kitchen.
All right, grab a broom and start sweeping.
What? No, that's Talais's job.
And do you see Talais anywhere? No. Then the servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly long, as they are already naturally lazy. What is it that you need?
Commander Otten asked me to locate Talaisia. Any idea where she might be?
That young woman. She has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. It is no longer hanging on its hook. That is a clear violation of the kitchen rules. A clear violation.
Where is the pantry?
The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Talais mumbled something about how the counselor loves hot root flakes, grabbed the key and the tray of food and went off. This one hasn't seen her since.
She's probably in the pantry.
I suppose now I have to do Talais's chores as well as my own. She owes me one, and I aim to collect.
Trying to find Talaya. Any idea where I should look?
She took the counselor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Eibor's a little old, but maybe Talais decided to improve her station, if you catch my meaning. Eibor reeks of fear. Maybe Talais finds that attractive.
What do you mean? The council reeks of fear.
Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived. Stays locked up in the watchtower. Only lets a single servant in at a time. And I hear she's been burning papers. Documents of some kind. She's scared out of her wits, if you ask me.
Goodbye.
Before we check the pantry, let's talk.
Might have burned those papers that's missing.
So, what did we learn? Counselor Eibor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Talais visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower.
You think we should look in the pantry?
Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue, even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see if she was looking for more than hot root flakes down there.
Yeah, I suspect she is there. Probably knocked out or something. And apparently I'm taking the long route to the pantry. Pantry is open and yes.
Damn it! They murdered Talais too!
The Brotherhood would not leave that.
Why would the Dark Brotherhood murder... Oh no! We need to talk about this!
I don't think it's a Dark Brotherhood.
Alright, I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Talais down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her.
However, it's time I told you the truth. I'm a member of the Dark Brotherhood.
Right. Very funny. Wait, you're serious? If you're part of this, if you've been trying to save your murdering friends... Ah! All right, we're going back to Leowin. You can walk on your own, or I can drag your dead body behind me.
Calm down and listen. The Dark Brotherhood didn't do that. They don't kill without a contract.
Yeah, I've read that somewhere. But what about the calling cards? The Black Hand is definitely making a statement.
Dark Brotherhood only leaves those under certain, very special circumstances. Somebody is trying too hard. Dark Brotherhood will only leave that to their targets, not to await the servant that they killed. Servant wouldn't have it.
Trying too hard to convince us that the Dark Brotherhood is behind the murders. All right, I can see your point. That doesn't change the fact that the remaining counselors are still in danger. We need to warn Counselors Valeria and Vandacia.
But what about Commander Orton? To tell him what happened to Telesia.
Right. Report to Commander Orton on your way out. Tell him what happened. Then go check on Counselors Valeria and Vandacia. I need to return to Leowyn and consult with Leviticus. But this, between you and I, it isn't over. Remember that.
I'll report to the commander. Contact the 2 remaining counselors and then meet you at Leviticus.
After you report to the commander, make contact with Counselors Valeria and Vandacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records, and Vandacia works in the Gideon Courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me.
Emily, are you alright?
Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the counselors, Valeria and Vandacia. Suddenly I had a premonition. It was brief and disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake.
Tell me about the dreams.
Remember I told you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it, and the dreams are becoming more frequent. This time it happened right while we were talking.
Tell me about the premonition.
It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone held a portrait in front of my face for just a moment and then pulled it away.
What did the figure look like?
It was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a wave of hopelessness. We can deal with this later. Let's get back to it.
Oh.
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find the missing servant?
Telesia is in the pantry. The assassin murdered her, pretended to be her to get into the watchtower.
That's... Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No. Of course you're sure. No one would lie about something like that. I'll tell her brother what happened and send someone to tend to her body. Gods, what a day this has been.
Goodbye. Okay, so now we need to warn Councillor Leviticus and find Councillor Valero. So back to the map. So we can go here to find Councillor Leviticus, and Leviticus would be here, wouldn't he? Would be here. Why did I get... Okay, whatever.
Yes, are we going to
Let's ride. So yeah, Leviticus is at the castle, but we have to find Councillor Padisha, which went to the cave, not sure where it is, and Valeria, which apparently is in the next town. Don't want to get the Blackbeard mad at me yet. While I try and take a more direct route. in here. In a courthouse.
I was attacked in the streets of our fair city, Keshu. I demand you deal with the criminal post-haste.
Your guards did their job, Counselor Vandacia. The prisoner is secure.
And what's this? More assassins? Explain yourself immediately. One attempt on my life today is more than enough. If you're another one of those Dark Brotherhood bastards, I assure you, you won't find either myself or Governor Keshu to be easy prey.
I'm no assassin. Councillor Leviticus has sent me to warn you. I want you to go to Leaven.
Warn me? As always, Leviticus offers too little and too late. I received the letter, same as the other counselors. My personal guard took the threat seriously, and we captured the assassin in the act. But what of my esteemed colleagues? Are they safe?
Councillor Jericho, Surface, and Abo has been murdered. They're all dead.
Dead? All three of them? This is unimaginable. Pharaoh Lupus's letter suggested the Longhouse Emperors left behind a secret that would prove to be a threat. But I thought he was just being melodramatic. Has Leviticus determined what this is about?
Secret concerns the four ambitions of my Dragon. I'll butcher that word. We're examining old records to learn more.
Four ambitions? Never heard of them. How could something I know nothing about make me a target of the Dark Brotherhood? It's got to be a mistake. You must question the prisoner. Get him to confess and reveal the truth of this sordid affair.
I'll question the prisoner. Where are you holding him?
Governor Keshu locked the prisoner in the holding cell in the courthouse basement. Question the villain, and find out why the Dark Brotherhood is trying to wipe out anyone who was part of the Imperial Elder Council. I'll head for Leawen afterward.
You really don't have any idea what the secrets of the Longhouse Emperors pertain to?
I wish there was something I could tell you. The letter I received suggested that some old council business was the cause of all this. Why the Dark Brotherhood would be interested in such menial affairs, I'm not sure. I'm completely baffled.
I never heard anything, but we already asked that. How did you manage to survive the attack on Captain's assassin? Well, those two are actually interesting.
Keshu the Black Fin. War hero, progressive Argonian, and governor of our fair city of Gideon. I serve as an advisor and bureaucrat. Nothing more. I have deep roots in Gideon, so I try to do my part to keep the wheels of government turning.
How did you manage to survive the attack and capture your assassin?
My personal guard is dedicated and well trained. Not to mention lucky. I was nearing the courthouse when the assassins sprang from the shadows. My guards reacted instantly and overpowered the villain. We brought them here, and Keshu locked them away.
And talk to the guard. Talk to the prisoner. Basement. Yeah. No.
The cell door is open. What happened here?
Poured something on the lock.
Hit me
and escaped.
Some sort of acid ate right through the lock. Look, there's more of it on the floor.
That they leaked the whole way.
He ran that way, toward the old ruins.
Nice, Chloe.
You almost knocked me over. How rude.
How did you know I was following somebody?
He attacked this legionnaire and ran into the ruins of the old city.
Let's see what this is about. Down we go. Apparently swimming we go. Didn't expect the water to be that deep. tell me we should have gone the other way. Look, according to the map, we should have gone the other way. Let's try and go the other way first then. Although the epic center on the map is about here. Crocodile. Okay, nothing of interest here. Okay, looks like we'll have to go this way. Like it's something right here. Oh, a book. Let's just check these three bookshelves. Hidden chamber. That's what I've been hearing. Letter from Astera. Alam, the ruins within Bloodrun Cave are gathered long ago, sent into Channel Pit by the local villagers. However, the sanctuary itself remains pristine. The cave's reputation as a place of untold dangers clearly persists. This will serve as well. Fighting through the cave itself may take some doing, but the door is located far back within the ruins. It is a long track, be warned. If we intend to reopen the sanctuary, we must clear it out. I'll leave the details to you. Remember, leave my brother, that's the key. Matron Astara.
You're persistent, I'll give you that. Alright, let's chat.
Trolls.
Well met, sister. If I'd realized you were in the area, I would have suggested we meet for a meal at the Egg and Hammer. The chef makes a superb mudhopper stew. I suppose you're chasing me because of the incident at the courthouse, hmm?
Later talks about opening a Dark Brotherhood sanctuary in a Blood-run cave.
Well, aren't you a fast reader? Look, if you're here about Councillor Van Dacia's accusations, you have to know they aren't true. From your time with the Brotherhood, you must remember that if we set out to kill someone, they wind up dead.
Found evidence besides numerous murder victims, members of the Elder Council that were killed.
Evidence? I told the Speaker those calling cards would get us into trouble. It's not like we signed them or anything. Anyone can dip their palm in black ink and make a handprint. Look, there have been no contracts. I'm here on different business.
Who would want to blame the Dark Brotherhood for these murders?
Good question. As soon as you figure it out,
Half of
let me
Tamariel?
know. I definitely want to have a chat with them myself. Now, it's been lovely seeing you again, but I really do need to get back to my daring escape. If you learn anything, I'll be in touch.
Right, I'll try to determine who made these murders look like the work of the Dark Brotherhood.
If you come to any conclusions, do let me know. Ta-ta.
That was a funny. Throw his hand in the air, nothing happens. A while later, everything goes off.
Nicely done.
But yeah, like I said, it's not the Dark Brotherhood. Somebody's blaming the Dark Brotherhood. But why did he jump out at the counselor? He didn't have a contract. That sounds weird. And raises questions. Is the counselor that's actually trying to blame them, and just lucky that he found the Dark Brother trying to create a sanctuary here? You're actually the person behind all of this. So yeah, let's see what he has to say.
So, the mercenary from Leowin has returned. Tell me, were you able to capture the assassin? Or perhaps you killed him in battle once you caught up to him? I am eager to hear the news.
Wasn't able to apprehend the Dark Brotherhood agent, but I recovered this letter.
Allow me to peruse the document, if you will. Proof positive that the Dark Brotherhood is in Blackwood. We must find this sanctuary and destroy it.
Dark Brotherhood agent denied his organization involvement. He said he never attacked you.
What did you expect? Such lies fall from his lips like rain from the sky on a stormy day. Villains never freely admit their guilt. The evidence is right here in this letter. Meet me in Leowin and we'll share this information with Leviticus.
Where's Governor Kusha? Didn't we have more guards?
What? Oh, my personal guard are nearby, and these legionnaires are sufficient. You need not be concerned. As for Keshu, she had business to attend to. Gideon business. I saw no reason to distract her from her regular duties. Now to Leowin.
Bye. Find Councillor Valoria. He's hiding something. How am I showing back here? Upstairs?
What do you want?
I just been downstairs again. What? Yeah, no, I need to find her in a cave, but where's the cave? Oh, down here.
Do you need something?
There's a way around here that we can use. And there's a way around there. At least we don't need to ride the old way down. To the cave we go again. Cave. Blackwater cave. Yeah, I've got suspicion on that. Fire frogs here.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
Now these damn nonsense. This is just good output, okay? Okay, Councillor Florida. Stay in here with all these creatures standing around.
The mercenary. A few moments later, and you would have found an empty cave. Your timing really is impeccable. We've already packed up my records, and we're about to head out. But what news of the other counselors? Did your warnings reach them in time?
Counselor suffers and Ada was murdered, just like Jerick. Need to go to Hawaii Castle. I'm going to butcher that name the whole day.
All three of them? That's disheartening news. Well, I'll take my records to Leowen. Perhaps between the two of us, Counselor Leviticus and I can ascertain what past incident has returned to haunt us.
What kind of records did you keep down here?
Oh, just a lifetime of public service and bureaucracy. Mostly financial records, but also meeting notes, ledgers, those sorts of things. I oversaw budgets and finances, the collection of taxes, public works, and I kept immaculate records.
And Jerick's file, Leviticus sent was... And Jerick's files, where you state, in other words, in the nightstand. Leviticus sent for a scribe to decipher the coded portion.
That's good to hear. Emperor Leovic loved to hide things in coded documents. But what about Counselor Vandacia? Do we know if he's still safe in Gideon?
Vandacia, I'm worried about. I already warned Counselor Vandacia on his way to Leowen.
Perfect. I look forward to conferring with the remaining members of the Elder Council. These brigadines will make sure I get to the city safely. Me and my records both. I'll see you in Leowen, mercenary.
Can we head out here? Why is the waypoint's not updating? Blackwood. Apparently we can. Back to the... But quicker if I go that route, I can teleport there just across. Might actually be quicker.
Oh, good! I didn't want to walk.
So, to the way shrine we go. I've got 40 minutes left before I have to go. Because, yeah, load shedding. Around about 40, not exactly. Asia was concerning to me. And trusting. Mostly because his story's got some...
The Dark Brotherhood. They must be driven out of Blackwood.
I still can't figure out why they would be targeting us, Vandacia.
Eliminate the threat first. Then we can seek answers.
All of the remaining counselors in Blackwood are gathered here in the castle. Valeria, Vandacia, and myself. While we await the arrival of the scribe I sent for, tell me what you uncovered in Gideon. I'm not sure I agree with Vandacia's assessment.
Asia, I trust. I found a letter. It talked about re-establishing a Dark Brotherhood sanctuary in Blood Run Cave.
Yes, I remember reports of their presence early in Morikar's reign, but they were driven out. The assassins must see this as the perfect opportunity to reclaim their base, but what does that have to do with Leovik's secret and the ambitions?
I'm not sure, and why they are assassinating the councillors.
Vondacia, Valeria, and I were just discussing that. We think Leovik had each of the councillors unknowingly working on a different aspect of the Ambitions project. They each had access to a piece of the puzzle, but no one but Leovik knew everything.
So somebody called upon a dark brotherhood to murder the councillors to preserve the secret.
That's our prevailing theory. If the councillors ever came together to compare notes, the truth of the Ambitions would be revealed. To stop that from happening, the Dark Brotherhood was sent to kill my colleagues.
The Dark Brotherhood agent claimed they weren't responsible for the murders of the councillor.
Indeed. Very curious. Still, I'm hesitant to take the word of an admitted killer at face value. Not with so much at stake. Regardless, their very presence still poses a threat to all of Blackwood. The sanctuary cannot be allowed to reopen.
Maybe the coded document Evila I recovered can tell us more.
Jirix and Sophis' documents contain information written in Imperial code. I sent for the scribe Aragon, but he has yet to arrive. Until then, the councillors will remain safe within these walls. You have done well so far, and have my thanks. Whatever the truth behind the murders of my fellow councillors, we can't allow the Dark Brotherhood to gain a foothold in Blackwood. I'd like you and Evely to go to Bloodrun Cave to ascertain the situation there. Talk to Evely and make your plans.
Didn't you send the brigades to deal with the Dark Brotherhood?
Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood. No, better to send you and Evely to investigate the situation. Then we can determine if a more forceful response is warranted.
Bye.
Hey, partner, over here.
Up to Emily.
All right, you heard Leviticus. Time to get back to work. While the councillors remain here and wait for the scribe to show up, we need to determine what your Dark Brotherhood friends are actually up to. Show me that letter you found in Gideon.
Yeah, it's an order from the Dark Brotherhood matron. They want to establish a sanctuary in the area.
Yeah, these are definitely orders. It mentions Bloodrun Cave. That's northeast of Leowin, toward the edge of Blackwood territory. Well, as the spinners always say, the best way to find out what's happening in the clearing is to step into it.
The letter indicates that the entrance to the sanctuary is deep within the caves.
Of course it does. Nothing has been easy since I found that strange book and started chasing down Leovik's secret. Well, are you still interested in solving the mystery of the Ambitions? Will you come with me to Bloodrun Cave?
I'll go with you to Bloodrun Cave and investigate the sanctuary.
Meet me at Bloodrun Cave. Despite your assurances, we need to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt whether the Dark Brotherhood is behind the murders or not. I'm still not sure I can trust you. You're an assassin, and you only just told me.
Help the Dark Brotherhood. The Gold Coast, they made me a member.
All right, but why keep it a secret from me? We were trying to prevent the councillors from being murdered, but 4 people had to die before you decided to mention your connection to the murderers. Oh, sorry, possible murderers.
Evely, you know me. Worked well together in Osram. Anything else doesn't matter?
Yeah, we did, didn't we? All right, your secret's safe with me. But if the Dark Brotherhood turns out to be involved and you lied to me, well, let's assume that's not going to happen. I just hope I don't have another one of those waking visions.
Waking visions?
Remember back at Fort Blueblood when we found the murdered servant? I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. Order of the Waking Flame, I think. It was brief and powerful. Over in a moment.
We're basically going to circles now.
I'll meet you at Bloodrun Cave.
You made the right.
In other words, you'll teleport right there when I arrive.
Lots of good opportunities for pickpocketing here. Just saying.
Yeah. Battle of Silencer in the Dark Brotherhood, leader in the Thieves Guild. What else do you want? A leader in Thieves Guild is really just a title. Okay, so we need to go to Bloodrun Cave up here. And the leader of the Thieves Guild is an honorary title, it's not a official title. In other words, you're not really leading the Thieves Guild. Where is it? Entrance. Yeah. There's a backpack and it's a thieves trap. Interesting. Okay, Blackwood Cave. And I said you were going to have to fight, so this is going to be a hack and slash going deeper in.
Glad you made it. I wasn't looking forward to going much deeper without you. So this is Bloodrun Cave, huh? Creepy. You go on ahead. I'll follow behind you. Make sure nothing tries to ambush us. I'll catch up farther in.
How are we supposed to find the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary?
Check the letter you found. It said something about a door located deeper inside the cave. And there was a strange line about death being the key, whatever that means. Go on. I'll follow along shortly.
So, we killed that. Apparently the sanctuary entrance is not... Oh well, we can do a dungeon boss again. It can be too difficult.
Anyone else?
I'm not going to pick a fight. I said switch weapons and it didn't switch weapons. That's why my attack was so weird. Yeah, we have to go this way. And then we've got Atronosh. Are these guys spawning in or what? Okay. That was a bit weird. Okay, so we need to go down here. The dungeon boss is a little bit actually the easiest of the bosses, think about it. we've got the dungeon boss, the world boss, and then the Delph boss. The oh, this is Delph actually.
Just a
Delph
lot
boss.
of creepy undead. Let's keep going.
Then you've got the public dungeons. The Delph boss is the easiest. So that's what we're doing now. Somebody else that's running here. Yeah, let's do this.
Not stop me. They are mine to control.
This is not going to take long. What is blocking the attack? Now we can attack it again. And it's again I can't attack it. There. So every time it summons reinforcements, you can't attack it.
I want more. Who else can we smack around?
Who else can we smack around? Yeah. The sanctuary is up here somewhere. Or entrance to the sanctuary. That's out.
This looks promising. Let's talk. That creepy black door. That's gotta be the entrance to the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. I doubt it's as simple as turning a knob, because that door doesn't have one. Let me see that letter you found again. Wasn't there something about a key? Gutted, untold danger, long trek, clear out. Ah! Here it is. And remember, death, my brother. That's the key.
Need a passphrase to open the black door. That definitely sounds like it.
You really do know your Dark Brotherhood stuff? Sure would have been helpful if you mentioned any of this a lot earlier. All right, assassin. Is that what I call you now? If you're so smart, go and open the door. I'll wait. Go ahead. See if that passphrase opens the creepy black door.
Yeah, but that's not the only...
Still looking for your murderer? Well, you've come to the wrong place, my friends.
We found the Black Hands beside every body.
Must I say it again? You've been duped, and the Dark Brotherhood has been set up to take the blame. Haven't we already had this conversation, sister? Tell your little wood elf friend that we are not her enemy and go find the real killers. You know the Dark Brotherhood doesn't play coy. If this was our doing, we would proudly admit it.
You need to answer, Elmo.
I'd like some too. I'm curious to find out who has the gall to frame the Dark Brotherhood. And rather successfully, I might add. That's no small feat. Whoever it is, they managed to trick the lot of us. Crafty indeed.
Do you have any ideas?
Nothing substantial. You're the closest link we have to whoever this unknown enemy happens to be. Now that you're here, maybe you could... What? Now what? Cultists, portaling in. Quickly, secure the sanctuary.
That's the Order of the Waking Flame. What are they doing here? Come on, we need to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, it's the cultists of the Waking Flame that's causing it.
This can't be a coincidence. Did the Waking Flame cultists follow us here?
No, they are here. It helps if you fire where I am. It helps if you actually swing your sword in the right direction.
Is it over? The Waking Flame is definitely trying to occupy this sanctuary. But why?
This is a good hiding place.
Fall back! Close the portals! Warn the High Priest!
Oh, I think not. All right. What were we discussing before they so rudely interrupted us? I assume this will satisfy your masters in Leowyn. The Dark Brotherhood is not your enemy. The Order of the Waking Flame invaded our sanctuary and killed my brothers and sisters. I can't let them get away with that.
Why would the cultists attack the sanctuary?
Seems to me the cultists didn't want you talking to me. Didn't want you hearing me tell you for the 100th time that the Dark Brotherhood didn't kill those counselors.
This is
If you
the
ask
third
me,
part.
those are your murderers. The Order of the Waking Flame.
The cultists do seem to be after the same thing Evely and I are looking for.
Opportunity and motive. Look, I don't know what that may be, and I don't want to know. But I do want to step through this portal and stick my dagger in their High Priest's throat. Care to come along?
I'll go with you into the portal.
Good. Now you'll see how a Dark Brotherhood assassin deals with unsanctioned targets. And please notice that I won't be dropping any notes or leaflets along the way. Come on, let's go.
Stay with the assassin. I'll inform Captain Rianne and Counselor Leviticus about the cultists.
Okay, let's go. Murdering time.
An Ayleid ruin. Not the worst place for a Daedric cult to hide out. Let's look around. Oh, looks like I'm not the only one who leaves important papers lying about. Give that a read, why don't you?
It's like a good idea. The Wood Elf Archer has been problem since Black Drake Villa. She and her friend is getting too close to learning the truth of Leovek's secret. They are continuing to interfere with our efforts to gain possession of their four ambitions. Putting them on the trail of the Dark Brother worked for a while. We bought ourselves time now to finish this. As our high priest, I command you to follow them to the Dark Brothers Sanctuary, cover the cache a weak hid in the ruins and kill them all. Assassins and Luwick missionaries alike. And once the Wood Elf is dead, see if she still carries the sacred book. I want that tome. But I want
Their
that book.
high priest actually ordered them to kill us.
Sounds like left to them. Yeah, I don't want to run directly off. I want to look down. There's a way down there, and this looks like the center of the collar, so that way around looks like the easiest. I need to go after them.
That amulet looks important. Better hang on to that.
Let's see if we can play assassin with these guys. I think that we're running with the assassin guilds now. And again, I can't do this guy. But it's fine. Some lockpicks. Oh, so there's something upstairs. Let's play my hiding out or not? Not. Playing with your fate. Why can I attack some of them but not all of them?
This is so much better than reading.
Another note. Black hand.
A close approximation of our calling card, but that entire pile is obviously a forgery.
And some of them glitching through the map.
So the Order of the Waking Flame killed your counselors and placed the blame on the Dark Brotherhood. Then their high priest sent his followers to kill us. Care to enlighten me as to what this is actually all about now?
You think the mirrors have something to do with a secret of the Longhouse Emperors?
All this fuss and bother over an old Imperial secret? Let's review what we learned. The High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame sent cultists to the Sanctuary to eliminate both my Dark Brotherhood assassins, and you, and the Wood Elf.
And a pile of black handprints is evidence that they were trying to blame you for the murders.
Obviously the cult has someone watching you. They knew exactly when to attack, certain we'd all be in the Sanctuary. Plus, they were after some cache hidden there. So who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leowin?
There's a thing that my drug cult has passed in Leeuwin Castle. I'm sure of it.
I'm not suggesting anything. Just following the clues. If the cultists are Dagonists, then their high priest is probably a true fanatic. This secret must be pretty important, and most likely pertains to death and destruction. Let's keep searching.
Oh dear.
Let's see if something deeper inside this ruin points us to the identity of the cult's high priest. Figure out who they are, and you may learn more about this secret than you ever imagined. Oh, and you still have that amulet. It might come in handy.
Why are you so interested in figuring out who the high priest is?
Because I owe them for besmirching the good reputation of the Dark Brotherhood and for ordering the deaths of my brothers and sisters. And because now, I'm curious. It's like an itch that needs to be scratched.
Do you know anything about the cache I mentioned in the High Priest's order?
No.
Nope.
The order suggested it was placed in the sanctuary after we abandoned it the first time. We hadn't finished reopening the place, and I hadn't run across any hidden caches. Another mystery, I suppose. Let's keep looking.
And now they want us to go below.
This door looks impressive. Let's see what's on the other side.
This is a alien door. Time to go sneaky sneaky. I want to play as assassins. Let's play assassins. And again, I can't attack these guys. So again, it's some of the guys I can attack, some I can't. Why? One person walks here. Needs to be our first target. And our second target would be that guy. And of course the third and fourth target has eyes on one another. But it only means I need to deal with the fourth target. What's here?
Over here. Voices.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the Wood Elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial Counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
Yep, I was right.
Now that's something new.
Really
What do you
sure.
think? Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their High Priest is actually one of your counselors. That explains how they knew your movements. And they found whatever they were looking for in the sanctuary.
Right, sounds like they know where to find one of the ambitions too. From the Vex secret.
I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed. But did you see how they opened that portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found. Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them.
We can't go through here. And according to the map, there's more ways down here. And I'm running out of time. Let's try and get us to end as quickly as possible. Why can't I attack you? Attack you? So it looks like it's flame Archamos that I can't attack. But that doesn't look right.
Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used.
That's Daedric. I can't attack any of these. Okay.
That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try to open a portal. This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cultists, or we may open one to some dark and deadly corner of oblivion. Still, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, ready to try something daring?
I'm ready. What would you suggest?
It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them wrong. Well, we have a portal. Find out if leaping into it turns out to be a good or bad idea.
Let's go for fun. Maybe to swim in a lava river. Never know. Eigenlijk ruin. Oh, they know we're here.
I told you we were being followed, Acolyte. That shows them the true power of the waking flame.
Yeah, let me show you.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
Look at these guys. They were issued long ago. There's a portal. Disastrix Conjura's journal. I've already sent word to the High Priest, the steward, and 3 of the councillors are dead. Only Councillor Itales included us, as the councillor is not recently in the province of Blackwood. I've also sent the document we uncovered from the Black Brotherhood Sanctuary. That information, the High Priest should have no trouble determining the hidden location of the first of the 4 ambitions. Moreover, I have ordered the attack on Leavitt Castle. Soon the document kept by the other councillors will be ours. Then the locations of the ambitions will be. Now I must step out and deal with the pests that have entered the ruins. I think we've been followed by the from the sanctuary. I'll look forward to showing the true power of the faith of the last day.
We're too late. The location of the ambition was sent to the High Priest. What was that about an attack on Leavitt Castle?
Oh, so time for the 4 ambitions is almost upon us. We must accelerate our effort to the planning will line to north. Emperor Levick hit the ambitions and was killed before he could inform me of their location, but he left clues to various hidden caches throughout the empire. Yeah, High Priest Bandia. Yeah.
So, now I know who needs to die for this grave insult to the Dark Brotherhood. Councillor Von Dacia, the High Priest of the Waking Flame. But what do you make of that journal entry about the first ambition and an attack on Leavitt Castle?
This ain't whatever I found on Disha and apparently ordered the cultists to attack Leo.
They got what they were after, and now they're sending their forces to kill the rest of the councillors. With the other councillors dead, Von Dacia will be the only person who knows the secret of the Longhouse Emperors.
More than that, Rhodesia has documents that reveal the locations of the remaining ambition.
And Van Dacia will do everything in his power to get his hands on those documents. I suppose your course is clear. You need to return to Leowin Castle as quick as you can.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to stick around and deal with a few more of these waking flame cultists. I still have a little anger to work off after that attack on my sanctuary. I suggest you return to Leowin Castle with all due haste.
You won't come with me to defend the councillors? Not a good idea.
I'm an assassin, not a soldier. I've done my part. Now go do yours. When I'm finished here, if Van Dacia is still alive, well, then we'll see what we shall see.
And survive.
That portal should take you back toward the exit, or to some terrible...
Oh, some terrible place. What did you see? I didn't see anything.
I'm gonna show off a little.
It. And another door. On the council, I'm really going to go through all of this effort. See where we get out. I can take the fast route, but I'm running out of time. I know this area. Been here through 3 or 4 times already. Through there's the exit. To basically walk out here. I'm going to take the easy way out. Because I'm literally running out of time. I actually need to get to a point where I can stop streaming. Because, yeah, loadshedding is messing me up. I actually just want to finish the chapter. Problem is chapter another hour or another 4 hours?
Easy to get lost in a place like this. I think that's one of my favorite parts about cities.
But hopefully we're near the chapter end.
Get those doors open. We need to get to the counselors.
They're barred from the other side.
Mercenary, you've returned. Everly's attempting to breach the barracks. Go!
Optional, find Everly. The optional is gives me more information and stuff.
Steady. Wait for it. Now we can go in. Let's... Oh, you're here. Oh, thank Ifra you're back. Captain Rian and I... They tricked us. Lured us out of the castle. Now the place is locked down and I don't know if any of the counselors are still alive. I've mucked this up real good.
Councillor Vidisha is behind everything. He's the High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame.
Van Dacia? That traitor! He tricked us! Lied to us! Had his own colleagues murdered! And all to get his hands on a few Daedric weapons? But Lyrinth, the Dremora, she told me that the fate of the world was at stake. We need to reach the counselors.
Does that door lead into the castle?
Yes, the barracks connect to the rest of the castle. Since I dispatched the cultist guards, we can get to the counselors and the legates this way. Let's go, but stay alert. We're not sure how many of those cracked acorns are waiting for us in there.
Okay. Okay. I'm running now in overtime, so... Yeesh. Load in.
Hurry! We need to reach the counselors.
I'm curious to see the story myself.
I can't believe Vandacia fooled us. Or that he's in charge of his anatomy.
Got something in your stomach. This nonsense. Thing is, the moment I get close, they'll kill me. And he kills over by himself. Because yeah, you can't save them. Sometimes there's recipes and stuff here to pick up. Gold gems is always wanted. Yeah, I'm actually running out of time.
Vandacia, how could you?
Valeria, with everything at stake, how could I
Councilor Valeria! No! Aragon? When did you get here?
I came as soon as word arrived from Councillor Leviticus. I was with him when the cultists attacked, but we got separated.
We have to find Leviticus. Come with us, brother. We need to stick together. What do you think of these acorns?
Okay, so Councillor Leviticus. Problem of stepping through a portal. Never know what's on the other side. This way. I got that one stunned at least. But I've got a tendency, if you're of a distance, they will jump to fire you.
Councilor Valeria. She's dead. We have to keep looking for Leviticus. We're the best.
We need to go this way. That's the one thing of running like that is I sometimes get turned around. But nothing a quick opening up the map country will.
Vandacia, you traitor.
I will finish what the Longhouse Emperors started, Leviticus. I will set loose the power of the Four Ambitions. Lord Dagon, hear your High Priest. Send forth a champion to destroy these meddlers.
Kill it!
Don't worry about me. Deal with that creature.
That creature's already dealt with.
Councilor Leviticus, you're alive. Let me get you out of here and somewhere safe.
Vandacia. The bastard fooled us all.
Leave the castle. Okay.
friend of my sister. Come, speak with me. Now that we're out of immediate danger, I will say it is good to see you again. I only wish it was under better circumstances. I have good news, however. I deciphered the code in the documents you recovered.
Did the documents tell you where to find the 4 ambitions?
I'm not sure. I only translated a small bit of the code before the assault began. It mentioned a vault to protect them, which I assumed to mean the ambitions. It's hidden in the Ogel Bok, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Ogel Bok?
Argonian, perhaps? It sounds like it, but I'm not sure. I haven't reported to Councillor Lovidicus yet. Since it looks like he wants to talk to you now, please inform him of my findings. And tell him I apologize I wasn't able to decipher anymore.
I'll talk to Councillor Lovidicus now.
Let Councillor Lovidicus know what I deciphered from the coded document. That the vault that protects them is hidden in the Ogel Bok. I wish I had been able to finish translating all the documents before Vandacia stole them.
Good to see you again, Barakan.
And you as well, my friend. Thank you for continuing to assist my sister. I know she can handle herself, but that doesn't mean I don't worry about her.
Why didn't Vandacia try to kill you? You too.
I imagine he didn't think I had time to decipher any of the coded passages. I barely had a moment to look at the documents when the portals opened and his cultists burst in. Luckily, I'm very familiar with that particular code. It was my specialty.
Can't tempt you to come with us to find a vault. No, that's a bad idea. Talk to Councillor Leviticus.
Vandacia will pay.
Vandacia.
Swear it.
A high priest of Mehrunes Dagon. Has he been a Daedric cultist all these years? I failed to see the signs, and now the councillors. They're all dead. Valeria, Sophis, Eibor, and Jirek.
Vandacia tricked us all. I only learned the truth after events at the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary.
Yes, of course. The Sanctuary. I suppose this proves the Dark Brotherhood wasn't involved in the plot to murder us. What else did you uncover while you were away?
Vandacia is the cult high priest. And they know the location of one of the ambitions.
It's worse than that. Vandacia wrestled the documents you acquired from the other councillors away from the scribe. Once he translates them, he may know the location of all 4 of the ambitions.
Aragon translated a portion. It mentioned Ojek Bak, but he doesn't know that word.
Ogel Bak? I've heard that term. It's Argonian. I believe it refers to a natural formation deep in the Blackwood marsh. But Vandacia was more familiar with that region than I know someone who can help us, though. I believe you already met her.
You know somebody who can help us locate the hidden vault?
If the term leads us to the vault, so be it. All we can do is follow the clues we've been given. Talk to Keshu the Blackfin. If anyone can help us navigate the wilds of Blackwood, it's Governor Keshu.
Bye. Talk to the Sharp Arrow.
Damn. I can't believe Vandacia is a traitor and a cult leader. And he killed Valeria. Almost killed Leviticus. He's been ahead of us the entire time. We can't let him get to the ambitions. We just can't.
Councillor Leviticus recommends we go to Gideon and ask Cashew about the term Ojek Buck.
All right, we have a plan. In the meantime, we saved Councillor Leviticus, cleared the Dark Brotherhood of the murders, and determined Vandacia is the traitor and leader of the cult. You did good, my friend. Here, your share of our compensation. So, the information from the former councillors points to an Argonian location. Someplace called the Ogel Bok. Vandacia ran off with the documents before we could learn more. Now we need to figure out what it means before his cultists beat us to it.
So this is where the next chapter starts. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, mostly indirectly because of load shedding. I need to end stream and maybe tomorrow be able to continue tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Until next time.